What's the brokest thing a guy has done around you?
It's definitely my time to shine. Okay, y'all. Hold on, let me finish this break. Added the pony for drama. But anyways, okay, so basically, my ex, right? We went to this seafood boil place. And like we at the table or whatever, he was like he had never been here before, you know. I didn't assume that he had never had a seafood boil before. Anyway, so you know, there's nothing wrong with, you know, never having a seafood boil before. Like, you know, cool, come on, babe. Let me take you, you know, we could go eat. So yeah, we sitting at the table. And he like, Miss Fire, you know, I'm not really looking up because, you know, we at the seafood boil place. And I'm a healthy girl. I like to eat. So, you know, I'm paying attention to my food. But anyways, I eventually look up at him. He like, oh, it's so good. And I'm seeing him going at the shrimps, right? And, you know, depending on, like, what you get and what places you at, everybody don't de-shell the shrimp. So I'm just looking at him, and he's putting the whole shelled shrimp in his mouth. I know some people do this in some, like, places or, like, some cultures eat shrimp and stuff with the shell on. But what are you doing? And then he tries to dig into the crab legs, don't know what to do. Keep in mind, like, we're, like, 23, like... I don't know. Am I wrong for just thinking this is broke, or was this broke? Because, baby boy, how don't you know? He put the whole shelled crab in his mouth, y'all. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to start. Sir. Cause like, who am I to stop him? He was really enjoying it at the same time. So it's like, but anyways, that was probably some of the craziest shit I seen a guy do around me. So
Ladies, what is the brokest thing a guy has ever done around you?
So I was dating this guy. We had went on several dates. He was cool. I liked him, whatever. But I was also like very busy at the time. And actually I was in the process of moving. So he had hit me up one day because we hadn't been able to see each other. And he was like, can I come see you? And I was like, I'm literally in the process of moving, like stacking, packing, loading, the whole nine. He was like, that's cool. Like, I just want to see you. And I was like, all right, you can come by, but I'll be working. So he ends up coming by, and literally I'm like running back and forth from the room, packing, stacking, loading, unloading, like I am moving. And this motherfucker, not only did he not help, like he just stood there like a lost puppy the whole time, but I ended up leaving because I had to go drop a load off. And I was like, all right, I'm about to leave. Like, you need to leave too. I'll see you later. He's like, all right, cool. So I went my separate way, went to separate way, whatever. I went back to the house because I was in the process of moving, so I had more stuff to do. And I had this big box of like the large, good, heavy-duty black trash bags that I was using. And I couldn't find them motherfuckers anywhere. Like, I was looking all over, like, where are my trash bags? So I ended up hitting him up. Like, I texted him, like, yo, did you by chance see some black trash bags? Yo, why did he be like, oh, yeah, I took them. I thought everything you had left behind was, like, trash. So I took it. I'm like, sir, why would you take trash bags? Why would you take them? I don't understand.
Ladies, stitch this. What's the brokest thing a man has ever done around you? I'll go first. This boy came to church with me because he wanted to impress me so bad. But then when it was time to take the offering, he asked me to put money in a basket for him.
Ladies, what's the brokest thing a guy has ever done around you?
Okay, I look extremely crazy, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so in, I think 2017, I had met this guy one time at my friend's house. And this guy was like, oh, he wants us to go out, like we should go on a date. So I was like, I bet, no problem. So he says we should go on Friday, right? Friday comes and he's like, oh, he's gonna come pick me around 7. I was like, okay, no problem. I was chilling, and then he texts me and he's like, oh, he's outside. I go outside, but then there was somebody in the passenger seat. Like, he had a friend in the passenger seat. And so I walk up to, like, his side of the door, and he's like, oh, hey, like, he just needs to go drop off his friend real quick, and then we're gonna go, because we had plans to go watch a movie. So he's like, okay, we're just gonna drop off my friend, and then we're gonna watch a movie. And then as we're going to go, like, drop off his friend, he ends up being like, oh, I have somebody else that I need to go pick up, and then I'm gonna go drop them in the same place. And my man was just like, like, guy, didn't you not say that we're meant to go and watch a movie? Like, what are all these extras? What are all these extras? So by the time we finally make it to like where he wanted to drop his friends off, and then we drive back to the cinema, the doors are fucking closed. So bitch, I can't watch my motherfucking movie. So I was like, okay, if we're not watching the movie, then like, you know, I want to go home. Like, there's really no point, you know, us just looking at ourselves. And he's like, oh no, like, let's just spend the time we would use to watch the movie to like get to know ourselves better. Blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, okay, no problem, but look, I'm kind of hungry. Like, can we go to McDonald's? And he's like, yeah, sure, let's go. So like, obviously we're driving. So we go to McDonald's, and then I order like a drink and a burger. I didn't order shit for this nigga because you already ruined my motherfucking night, bitch. The movie I wanted to watch, I didn't watch it. So I didn't order shit for him, right? So I ordered my fucking drink and my burger. So I ordered my drink and my burger, right? And I pay with cash. So I give him the cash, obviously give the lady at like the fucking whatever. So as the lady was like handing back my change was probably like $5 and like $2.20, so like $9 in general. As she was giving him back the change to give to me, the way the guy held the change, it was looking as if I was not going to get the change back. So the lady gives him the change, and this guy actually collects the change and squeezes it and puts it in like his glove compartment. So I look at him and I'm like, bro, are you not going to give me my change? And he's like, honestly, I'm kind of broke right now. Like, is it okay if I could just take the $9 and just hold on to it? I was looking at him and I was just like, okay, so how are you going to afford to go for this fucking movie if you cannot even, like, if you're asking me for $9 in change? I was so confused. I was like, this is some broke boy behavior. This is disgusting. This is...
Ladies, what's the brokest thing a guy has done to you on a date?
So a few years ago, I went on a date with this guy that I knew through mutual friends. I had known him for a few years. I was attracted to him. We had like a little mild flirtation for years, but it just seemed like we were never single at the same time. So whatever, I decided that I would go on a date with him. So his first mistake was being like, hey, I would love to take you out sometime. Can I take you to dinner? We have like been kind of texting. And I'm like, yeah, I would love that. And then he's like, okay, well, where do you want to go? Bitch, I hate that. Little bit of advice for men. If you're going to ask a woman out on a date, like have enough initiative to be like, I'm going to plan the date, or I'm going to surprise you and take you to do this or take you to do that. I mean, it's fine if you ask her like, what do you like to eat? What's your favorite food? And then planning accordingly, but just being like, okay, well, where do you want to go? Like, we don't want to plan the first date if you asked us out. That is ridiculous. So anyways, he took me to Jose Pepper's, which it's like, that's fine. Like, I love Mexican food, whatever. And so we sit down, we order our margaritas, we have our food. And by the way, the whole time he's talking about his ex and how he cheated on her. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, why the fuck am I here? So then the waitress comes back and she's like, can I get you guys boxes? Are you guys ready for the check? And he's like, let's do tequila shots. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. I mean, we're at Jose Pepper's, but whatever. Let's rip some shots. So we get tequila shots. And when she comes back, he's like, and those are on separate tabs, the shots. And I'm like, in my head, I'm just like, oh, I'm paying for myself. So then I'm like, wait a minute. Is this a date? Like, you're flirting with me. I don't understand this. Like, and I'm fine to pay for myself, but like, I don't know. It seemed weird to me. So whatever, I paid for myself. I was ready to go home after listening to him talk about his ex for an hour. Huge red flag. There were so many red flags, but whatever. So we get in the car and he drives me home. And this motherfucker has the audacity to get out of the car after I get out and thinks he's coming inside. Bitch, I just paid for my own dinner, my own tequila shot that I didn't even like because you got well tequila with your cheap ass that I had to pay for. And then you want to come inside with me? Oh God, you got me so fucked up. Not only are you not getting any of this, but you're not getting a kiss. And I just hugged him and I said, see ya, thanks for dinner, bye. To this day, he texts me and tries to get me to go out with him. And I'm just like, I'd rather go out by myself. I don't want to go out and listen to you talk about your ex that you're probably still in love with, that you cheated on, and then pay for my own dinner whenever you're trying to flirt with me. And then you try to get some at the end of the night. I'm good. Thanks, though.
Ladies, what is the brokest thing a guy has ever done around you?
So one time, this dude I was messing with. He was a bum. Okay, anyways, I took him to the store to get him some cigarettes because he was like, I need some cigarettes. Can you take me to the store? And I'm like, yeah. So I took him to the store to get some cigarettes. And I don't know why I did because I don't. Anyways, so I took him to the store and we pulled up at the store and I was waiting for him to get out of the car. And then he just looked at me. And I just looked at him. And he just looked at me. And I was like, so you going in the store? And he just looked at me and he was like, nah, I forgot my ID. And I was like, oh, do you want to go back and get it? Because the gas station was right around the corner from the house. And I was like, oh, you want to go back to get it? He was like, nah, you can go in. I'm like, okay, I'll go in for you. What do you want? He told me what he want. And he just looked at me. Then I just looked at him. And then he just looked at me. And I was like, so I'm supposed to be paying for your cigarettes? And he was like, I mean, yeah. And I was like, I mean, I don't support other people's habits, so I'm not doing that. And he wouldn't even offer me no gas money to take him to the gas station.